So there is a question coming here regarding tourism. We've heard Narendra Modi talk about tourism in various speeches. This is a gentleman named Mr. Madan Gopal Sharma. His question is, what are your thoughts on tourism sector and its potential for the Indian economy?
Well, there are a lot of places to see in India and a lot of curiosity about India. We need, first of all, to see that tourists are protected. Because the word has got around that they are not protected. And, our guys, semi-literates who come from the rural areas, and these rich guys' children, they see Western women in the kind of clothes that they are used to in their own country. And they go berserk, and we get a bad name in the process. I think first and foremost we need a legal infrastructure, a law enforcement infrastructure for tourism. And second is I think we should be very careful with these foreigners. Many of them I found, at least in Sri Lanka, they've had a big problem of pedophiles turning up, and the industry is sprouting up on that. We need to regulate tourist traffic. I welcome them, but I would regulate them.
Great. So this is, I would call it the last question from my side, and then Amitabh is raising hands, so we'll come to you, Amitabh, before we close. The question is, in 2009, you wrote an article in The Hindu saying that an Indo-China war is improbable. Is there any reason you find now to change your position on that?
Did I say is probable or isn't probable?
Well, according to this gentleman, it says is improbable. His name is Mr. Kush Arora.
Yeah, but I wrote the article or he wrote the article?
Well, according to him, you wrote the article where you
said
is not.
I think the war with China is wholly improbable. China has got a huge, long supply line from Sichuan province to the border of India, going through hostile territory. And it's because of our good behavior that nothing is happening in Tibet. And we have kept to our treaty obligations, which we signed in 1954 and re-signed in 2003 under Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So, but if they are going to war, then we are not committed by those treaties. That's one. Second is, China does have today an advantage in the sea part because they have built this string of pearls that they call. But we can rectify that. We are sitting in Car Nicobar and we make a deal with the Indonesian who don't like the Chinese very much. And police Malacca Strait, that's the end of Chinese foreign trade. 90% of Chinese foreign trade passes through Malacca Strait. We can block it. So those are some of the things we need to add, and I'm glad that at least one thing that Manmohan Singh did, my old friend whom the whole country is now abusing, but he did move Sukhoi, 2 squadrons of Sukhoi to Tezpur, which can strike any supply line of the Chinese to our border. We are quite secure. I don't think the Chinese want a war with us. Even in 1962, although we abjectly collapsed at that time thanks to Jawaharlal Nehru's wooziness, but they also saw the uprising, the upsurge of nationalism in the country, where people were handing out their bangles, jewelry, things which we thought they are so dearly attached they would give up their life, but not that, but they were handing it for the defense fund. And I think now also on your Devyani issue, I mean, the country is on fire. So the patriotism, the latent patriotism in India is very strong. I don't think the Chinese want to disturb that, and